Hey guys, Roger Burnley, vocal coach here. I have a really great video for you. It's more about your brain. It's more about how you think about yourself as a singer as you're going into this arena of entertainment. And I'm going to tell you the story. This happened many, many years ago. Many of you know that I have always said that anyone can learn to sing. And you know, you've heard me sing. I don't believe people are tone deaf. There's a reason that I come to this understanding. Part of it's because of what I had to go through myself. There were times where I would be in the studio and trying to record something, and there would be one line or one word or one note that I could never get the right note. I'm like, why is that happening? Can I not hear it? I mean, I was hearing it when the track was being played. Why can't I hit it? It took me forever to understand or realize that what was really going on was I had just terrible technique that was not allowing me to control my voice. So then, fortunately, I've worked with so many different singers, and if you know any of my story at all, you probably know that I was working with an ear, nose, and throat doctor many years earlier in my career, where I got to learn a lot of different stuff about the voice, the physiology of the voice, which gives me the ability to work with people because I understand it on a very intimate level. It's like I can actually look in your body and see exactly what you're doing and tell you how to change it. But so this was, I might as well just tell you the year. It was probably 1990 when this happened. So I don't know when you'll see this video, but this is when this happened. I received a phone call from a guy who said he wanted to come in to take voice lessons because he wanted to be able to sing the song My Girl for his girlfriend. He wanted to go to a karaoke bar and sing the song My Girl by the Temptations. Really famous song. Everyone knows it pretty much, and maybe not today, but everyone knew it then. And so I said, sure, we can do that. And now this guy he had nothing to do, he was a business guy. He had nothing to do with entertainment. He was not intending to go out and become a singer, as some of you are trying to do. I'm saying that for a reason, because when you're trying to become a singer, you put a lot more pressure on yourself to get this done. He didn't have any of that. All he knew was that he wanted to go to a karaoke bar and be able to sing for his girlfriend and impress her. So when he came in for his first session, we talked about it and we started doing things, and I do my normal stuff. And I said, okay, let's start to do some exercises. He couldn't hear a single note. Not a single note. I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do? I promised this man he's going to be able to sing this song. And he was determined. He believed me. He said, you said anybody can learn to sing. And so that's why I'm here and that's what I'm going to do. So we started working, and I recognized that I had to train his ear first. Now, what I'm talking about is that I would sit there and on the piano play a note repetitively over and over again until he would hear it and start to match that note. I cannot tell you how long this took, but he started to hear it. Now, this was a real pain for me because I had to be incredibly patient with this and keep going with it. And I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know if this was going to work at that time because I had not done this before, which is typically what we go through when we haven't done something before. We get a little fearful of it. So I decided I'm going to keep doing this. Now, he came in every single week. I can remember vividly that I would dread when I knew he was coming because I thought this was going to be way too much work for me to do. However, over time, he started to progress, and it started to surprise me. And I was going to stay with it. I was going to keep my commitment that I said he was going to be able to do this. And now, there was more to the story. Then I said, okay, well, maybe he can't hear exercises, but he knows this song because this is what he wants to sing. He's been listening to it forever. And so I put on the karaoke track of the song. He had no clue as to where the words came in when he would he had none of it. I'm going, oh no, now what am I going to do? He can't even hear that. And this is something that he really wanted to do. Didn't matter. We went back to the same routine. First, I got him to hear what he was singing. I started to recognize and hear notes. That started to develop. Everything about your singing does develop over time. Even this, even starting from a place of not being able to hear pitch, it develops. And so then we would go through that, and then I said, okay, now we got to start to work on this song, though. So we would play the karaoke of the song, and I'd have to show him exactly each time. This is where the lyrics start. Oh, sing, okay. I got sunshine. I'd start, and then he'd get it, And we'd go, okay, and I keep doing that. And we'd only get a little piece at a time. Sometimes he'd get a word, sometimes not on the pitch. So I had to keep doing it over and over again till eventually he started to piece this together. And then I started to notice that it got better. He would come in one week and he'd have a couple of lines. He would start to hear more notes. He would start to know when to come in on the song. I started to get hopeful at this point that I was seeing all of this. So over time, we kept doing it, and I think this took about 6 months, if I remember correctly. And he got to the place where he could sing the song. Now, I'm not saying he was sounding great while he was doing it, but I will tell you this. He was on pitch, he was hearing his pitches, and he knew where the song, where he would come in when he was doing the karaoke track. It was the most thrilling thing ever. And I'll tell you this, he got to the place where he knew that he had done that, and that was it. I never saw him again for another lesson because he said he went to the bar, he did the song for his girlfriend, and so he was fine. That's all he wanted. Now, I'm saying this for another reason. He had no vested interest in becoming this great singer. He was just doing it because he wanted to follow the program and he had a particular goal that he had in mind to do this, and so that's what he achieved. Some of you who are trying to be singers, you put a lot of different pressure on yourself, and so you're not there and it hasn't happened yet, and you give up and you're not patient and all of those things go up. So it's a really important story from that aspect. But the most important part of this is how he transformed. That's why this is such a transformational story about a singer, and I know that anyone can learn to sing. All right, hope this started to change your brain a little bit and you start to think about yourself a little bit differently. All right, I'll see you guys real soon. Okay.